Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing this morning? Raja, Wandering Pig, Earaptor, welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Zan, how you doing, man? All right, today is the day. We are going to be assembling Konrad Curze. I have no idea how long this is going to take. We might be doing some, we'll probably end up magnetizing some stuff. Yeah, it's going to be kind of a let's figure it out together kind of assembly process today. So let me just jump in. I got my tools ready here. I'll set those to the side. So here's the deal. Swell Paint Pot, how you doing, man? Here's the deal. This Konrad Curze Mini does not come with instructions. Now, this particular one is a recast, but the actual Konrad Curze money, is the music just quiet? It's just really quiet right now. I don't know what part of the song it is. Let's see. Is it gonna play? I'll make it a little louder. It'll start to get louder. Melee, what's up? Melee Games, how you doing? My mic is crazy loud. It is loud, isn't it? Why is it buzzing? Yeah. Where's my filters? What is going on here? It's got all the stuff going on. No, there is nothing else going on in here. Left arm attached to the shoulder. Thank you for that. Not looking forward to Thursday morning. Oh, that sucks. Just busy at work or what? Okay. So, yeah, we don't have instructions. No instructions for Konrad Curze. They don't exist. So, they just kind of let you guess on what happens and how you assemble this model. So the model is 23 pieces, and yeah, which is a lot less than, like, Magnus was like 66 or something, Fulgrim was like 40 something. He's only 23 pieces, so we'll figure that out. I did find someone on I'm going to, oh, no coffee. Oh, that sucks. Yeah. All right. You have coffee afterwards, right? I found someone on Reddit that has like a little, like, here's my experience, here's some things you want to do. So I think I'm going to try to follow that guide. I have it up right now, but basically, yeah, there's no guide, no instructions on how to assemble this mini. Connects to the thigh. Thank you, Raja, the medical expert in stream, helping us out here. Can you tell me, hold on, can you tell me where this piece connects to? Because I don't know which bone that connects to. There is a bone I'm sure it connects to, because there are lots of bones on this mini. But we'll get there. I got it. It's fine. It is not a claw. No, it is not a claw. Into the spleen of a peasant on his homeworld. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, it exposed femur after fighting the I'm gonna pull up his mini too. Points to other small piece. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. It actually goes on his shoulder. Get this nice 360 mini. Right? Now hold on. The studio mini doesn't have that piece there. This one person's guide I found had this piece hanging on his shoulder, but it's not there on the studio mini. Oh no. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. All right. Well, I guess we just kind of start, right? This whole bottom piece is a little jank. I do have my handy dandy heat gun here. Heat gun. If we need to warp some pieces. And I think some of the claws might need warped back into place a little bit. I'm also going to do some sub-assemblies on this Mini. With his base, this is the base I believe he actually stands on. Like this piece goes here, and this comes somewhere down here. But he has this piece that will cover the base here. So we'll need to magnetize, figure out how to magnetize this. Unless we put this around here and we can just pull it off as one. Yeah, I don't know. Will you paint Konrad? No, I'm gonna paint Konrad. I'm gonna paint Konrad. Justice and mercy, yeah. So let's just see if we can't figure out this basing stuff. I'm gonna hack at these pieces here. Yeah, great. Kind of took off a big chunk of it. That's okay. That's what basing material's for. Starting off real good. Real good. Just pulled a piece of the Mini off. I don't know if this little bubble is supposed to be here. It doesn't seem like there's anything for that to go into. That looks like an extra tab as well. And then this whole bottom is kind of warped. It's kind of concave here. So we'll see about that. We can get off some of these bigger nubs. His mascot? Creek Pug Mini? Oh, nice. That's great. One of the weird things about Konrad Curze's Mini is he has these little like flanges on his armor. You can see them on the leg plate right there. And it's really hard to tell what's just like flashing and what's supposed to be there. So that's going to be a little difficult. He also has, hold on. Oh, okay. There's supposed to be a little bubble hole back there. That little thing right there. To work during the days. The day start Konrad. Oh, that's all right. Well, I'm just going to try to assemble him today. I'm not going to be painting him until tomorrow. Like we can't just get ready to paint him because I got to prime him and kind of prep the Mini and everything anyway. So we did clean. We gave the Mini nice soak in soapy water, and we scrubbed everything. So okay, both of these end up going a little conservative with that cut there. This will go up on his shoulders, but his shoulder pads are going to hide a lot of the connection. .30 models Exodus. Yeah, Exodus is great. Yeah, that's a really cool Mini. Yeah, maybe one of these days we'll get Primarchs in plastic for Heresy. That'd be crazy if they ever did that. I also think it's pretty funny that on his base there are dead servitors. It's not like not dead Space Marines or a dead like knight like on Perturabo's base. Just flat out dead servitors. I don't even think have weapons. Maybe they do have weapons. Yeah, one of them has like a power fist thing. Dead Space. Yeah, another cool thing, the inside of his shoulder pads, it's a skull. You guys see the skull pattern? You can't see it from the other side. It just looks like trim. On the inside, it's a skull pattern. So when he looks at his own shoulders, he sees the skulls. And it's like that on both sides. Which is pretty cool. Doing some trimming of the pieces right now. Okay, it's a big power fist servitor, and he'll have another hand and a head that he needs. Okay, that's cool. Hey, Star Laser, what's up? This is a commission. Yep. Okay. Pretty crazy miscasting on this. I don't know if that piece is supposed to be on his head. We'll take a closer look. We got a nice servitor there that he's flaying about. So, and he doesn't have any hands or anything. Anthony, what's going on? What is going on? T-Slayer, how you doing? Make you paint infinity. Alright. That's what you want. I had one almost commission for infinity once. One time. And it was through Fiverr, and it was the funniest thing, because the guy's like, hey, can you paint an infinity team for me? Yeah, that one. Yep. He just had the giant anime girl, like, pin-up statue along with it. And I asked about the statue, and then he never responded again. Take that. That's why you want to do it. Okay, I think these are all the bigger pieces. Yeah, these claws are going to be kind of annoying. This is a claw right here. It's a little warped, so I'll end up getting the heat gun and we'll kind of fit these back to where they belong. But man, getting these glued in and secure in place. Okay, well, at least they fit. So they fit underneath this wrist piece, which is good. It means they're not just like sitting on top of something. But that's too small to pin. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a pain. It's alright though. We will figure it out. Alright, so let's start with this base piece. Yeah, that definitely needs to be rocks for some reason. This recaster. The vent right on top of a detail that sticks out right in everybody's face, but we'll try to give a little bit of a texture when we trim it here. Less clothes, easier to paint. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's it would be. It was just funny. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, hey, is this part of the commission? The guy's like, yeah. And I was like, okay. I was like, well, this mini's a different scale than everything else. You want that painted at that scale? He's like, no, there's another version that's a smaller scale. And I was like, okay. And I asked him another question. I can't remember what I asked him, but he just never responded again. So hopefully he found someone to paint his anime pinup for him. She was too great. Maybe. don't think I asked any judgmental questions, you know. I was just wanting to make sure the guy, you know, we were on the same page with what he wanted painted. This weird little ridge in here. Get that out. Yeah, this, I'm not sure how they casted this, but there's this little like lip here underneath. So we'll see if that's important later, but we can always fill that in with like basing material or something. I'll be doing anyway. So, ooh, this resin is so thin. Look how flexible that is. They're Primark minis in a nutshell, though, right? Like, a bunch of little delicate pieces. Just what they are. That just crack. That did crack. Look at that. Oh, dang. All right. Well, what we're gonna do. That's crazy. Look at that cracking already. There's a piece that goes along here. We're gonna see if that gets. We're gonna kind of test fit some things. We're gonna see how it fits, and if we can glue it into there, it'd be nice. I mean, you get discount now? No, dude, you got enough discount buying this mini from where you got it. All right, that's your discount. This is more complicated to assemble. Pieces. I believe every day's a good day when you paint. I believe it'll bring a lot of good thoughts. Millie Paints, welcome in. How are you doing? Thank you so much for the raid. Weevil, welcome. Hey JJ, a crack in the moon? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. To thank you for allowing welcome in, everybody. How are you guys doing today? We're figuring out how to assemble Konrad Curze. That's what we're doing today. So, hope you guys are having a great day. Tesseract, thank you for the follow. And guys, I'm the painting dad. I chill and paint minis. That is my existence. And today I'm chilling and attempting to assemble Konrad Curze. So, we're gonna try to make it work. You guys doing? First of all, yeah, they are. Yeah, this is the Forge World Mini, Forge World Konrad. The weird thing is this mini doesn't come with instructions. There's no instructions on how to assemble Konrad Curze. So I have someone on Reddit, I don't know, like 2 years ago, mentioned like a little guide of their own on how to assemble him, and then I have it must be warped. I bet. I don't know. It looks pretty close. And I'm looking at like the 360 view on the website. Vulcan was the same way. Oof. Light Nympha, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Yeah. So Fulgrim and Magnus both have guides. Those are the other two I've painted from Forge World Minis. So they both come with guides. I'm gonna have Perturabo soon, and we'll see if he comes with the guide. Millie, how was your stream? What were you up to? Yeah, no. Magnus definitely did. There'd be no way to assemble Magnus with that guide. He had like 66 pieces in his set. It was crazy. Just kind of hacking away some pieces here. Yeah, I'm hoping to get them all assembled today, and then if I can prime them this afternoon, this evening, and I can start on them tomorrow, that'd be really great. So, I want to paint Konrad. Assembling is not so exciting, but it's got to be done. The difficult thing is going to be the assembly. So this magnetized piece here, and what we'll have a 40 mil base right there, and then that goes in there. Now the problem is, how does this magnetize? It looks like it'll be at the edges. Because it'll sit like this, and his base continues up like that. So that's going to be the base. Yeah, that's how it works. Raid and run. Yeah, no problem. Oh yeah, good luck with the mother-in-law. Yep. Thank you so much, Millie. I appreciate it, and yeah, good luck finishing Barahoth. Is it Baharoth? When you get to it. Meeting and Millie's voice appears to have gotten deeper, a little deeper. Dodge Games, yes. No, Millie has to go spend time with her mother-in-law, so. So I'm magnetizing the base because these 40 or the 30k Primarchs in game, they're on 40 mil bases, which we can trim up some of this base. They play on 40 mil bases, which is tiny for like such a big character. They also come with a display piece base that is a 60 mil base. So you have the 60 mil, and the 40 mil fits into the 60 mil. So what we have to do is we have to figure out. This one's a challenge too. Like I feel like some of them were okay to magnetize, but yeah, this one's gonna be interesting. And maybe it's worth just putting the magnet straight into this space right here. And if it can sit right on there, it'll work as the display. That might be our best bet. That might be the best bet to do that. So yeah, and we'll have to like texture paste anyway, and we can blend that texture paste into like the texture that's kind of on here. Yeah, they are absolute hell to assemble. Yeah. Before we keep gluing things though, let's make sure that we're getting rid of any of this flashing. All right, Troy. Welcome in, man. How you doing? Had the pieces were molded pretty badly. Had to do a lot of trimming and fitting and putty filling. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that, Kyrie. Yeah, welcome in, by the way. Yeah, yeah, maybe one of these days I'll get to Vulcan. It's been kind of fun getting these as commissions because, you know, I was talking about this the other day where, like, I feel like as hobbyists, as mini painters and, like, Warhammer painters, we all have that, like, subconscious goal of, like, man, it'd be cool to just have all the Primarchs. You know, all those, like, crazy Forge World minis and all that stuff. And, just a weird resin nub right there. But, like, you know, no one wants to spend $3,000 getting all those minis just to have these, like, crazy, you know, kind of frankly irritating projects of assembling these minis and working with resin and everything. But I've been very fortunate, you know, as a commission painter to have some people send me some of these to paint for them. So I have my own Magnus. Magnus is mine. And then I painted Fulgrim earlier this year. And now I have Curze and I have Perturabo coming up, so. Right. From the raid and new to the hobby, loving it so far. Oh, cool. Yeah. This mini is definitely not beginner hobby friendly, so don't take this mini with a don't take away from this the idea of, like, this is how you assemble minis, because this thing is a bit ridiculous. So what we're going to do, we're going to tweak this base a little bit. 3D printing makes better minis than Forge World? Possibly. There's some neat stuff that Forge World does that you can't do with 3D printing, or people haven't done with 3D printing. But yeah, I 3D print quite a bit, and I enjoy that hobby in itself. An official site for model assembly? Yeah. Troy, the closest thing to a site for model assembly is a subreddit that's called Warhammer Instructions. So if you can find that subreddit, that's the site. Because they'll post PDFs and, you know, and everything of all the pretty much every mini out there from GW. Okay, and make sure that's on properly. Make sure everything's fit in there. What we're gonna do, we're gonna put down some glue. Tackling my Tyranid army. Oh, cool. All right. Yeah, so fun story, guys. This week, I'm going to be playing a game of Warhammer 40k 5th edition. A friend of mine is wanting to try to see if the old editions were as good as we thought they were. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Trying to let that dry. And so we're gonna mess around with some 4th and 5th edition, and we decided to play a 5th edition. I'm gonna be playing Space Marines, and he's gonna be playing Tyranids. So it's been, you know, obviously it's been since 5th edition was done, since I've played 5th edition. But yeah, I'd handwrite my list. I'll show you guys. I wrote out, so I pulled out my my old 5th edition Space Marine Codex. Look at that sweet artwork. Look at that dude just killing a traitor. Yeah. And then I hand wrote my army list like it was 2010. Yeah, 1,500 points. Yeah. Yeah, we're playing a 1,500 point game, which was like the standard at the time. Oh shoot, that glue wasn't dry. Oh no. No, no, no. Get back on. Let's try this. We just need to let that sit for a little bit. Apparently, too much for the glue to dry there at the moment. Good. Well, we're gonna have to fill in some of these little gaps and stuff, so there's a little glue going everywhere. And we're gonna sit that down. Or we could just glue this big base onto here. Yeah, so unlike some of the other Primarchs, this mini has a lot of blank space on the bases, so, and I think we have space to mess with them. So we can be a little creative with the rest of the base. I don't think the middle's gonna touch. I don't think the middle's gonna matter, but around the edges. It's okay if our glue overflows a bit. Put that down, and we're just going to set this down off to the side, and we're just going to let that go while we clean up the rest of this mini. Yeah, 1500 points. The one thing I wasn't too happy about that I had to do with my 1500 point Space Marine list, so I'm using my Thousand Suns, my Heresy minis, and I don't have my Heavy Weapon Squad weapons painted. So for a tactical squad in 5th edition 40k, if you take 5 minis, you get a free special weapon, which I have special weapons painted. If you take 10 minis, you get a free special weapon and a free heavy weapon, depending on what that heavy weapon is and what the special weapon is. But you get like free extras. So I don't have any heavy weapons, so I ended up just taking squads of 5 with my tactical squads, which is, I know it's like super inefficient because it's more expensive that way, and you can already split your squads up, and there's a whole thing about that. But yeah, so I had to just take 3 squads of 5 to mess around with it, but it'll be cool. I took a librarian because, you know, Thousand Suns, I had to take a librarian. And he is an epistolary librarian, so he's super powerful. Hey, I have 2 of them heavy special plasma sergeant. Yeah, nice. So you got some heavy weapons then. I think this is a little overdone here. Again, this torso in particular, it's hard to tell what's flashing and what isn't. I do have sanding sticks available for when I need them. I try to do what I can with my hobby knife, though. It's pretty good cast overall on this Mini. Like, I don't see any air bubbles. There's no, like, detail missing. The only thing is just the blades and what's flashing and what's blades, but I think it's all blades. Good job on the QC. So Zen, if you're hanging out, I got a question. I want to see if you would approve of my idea, painting Curze. For the moment. Okay, good now. All right. So my idea is for his armor, because he's got to stand out, right? He's a Primarch. His armor is going to be different regardless. So I want to paint it gold. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to paint his armor gold. I want to do like a more metallic blue in his armor. Like really dark blue, but make it metallic. No, not nail polishing. No, definitely not that. Like a very dark, cold blue metallic color. That's my thought. Curze and Dorn or Magnus gold armor is a weird cursed mental image. Yeah. The glorious sun returned with his golden armor and corpses all over his equipment. Yeah. He's got a face on his waist there. It's great. Yeah, and I think I can do some good highlights in the airbrush with that, and then we can do some really cool brush highlights. Like a cobalt. Yeah. Metallic paint. I don't think I want to use metallic paints. I think what I want to do is use some Vallejo metal colors as base coats and then put a blue tint over it. And that might be a good reason to pull out the transparent blue. Let's actually get that. I want to get that out. I want to see what that color looks like. Because I'm still trying to figure out exactly how these colors, like what colors I would use on things to get the image in my head. Yeah, just to see. No, not from if I use this blue. See, that's a really deep blue. Now, if I airbrush this over a dark silver and then like some light silver highlights. So what it would essentially be, it would be painting the Mini a darker silver, going through the brush process of highlighting to a very bright silver, and then covering it with this blue tone. And that blue tone, that's really deep. And I feel like that could be nice and dark. Yeah, but slap chop it. Yeah. And then I have no leg to stand on when I talk about you dry brushing Dorn. So. But then at the very end, just take a bright silver highlight and just put that like little edge highlight with the bright silver all over the Mini. It'd look good.
steam is cold. Now that's what I call high quality H2O.
All right, let's get a drink. Welcome in. Thank you for the drink and stretch. Let me get some water here. And I will happily stretch. Oh, yeah, that's good. Okay. All right. How you doing, Jaded Valkyrie? Good nap. Should be back around 1. Okay. We'll see if I'm still here at 1, assembling this mini. There's a chance we finish it before 1, but we'll see. It's the magnets that are going to take a while. I don't know what I would do when I'm... excess resin here. Conscious and awaiting on Stim Pack to work. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I understand. Just very carefully trimming Dorn's, or not Dorn, Curze's shoulder pad. That deep blue with like nice bronze, it'll be really good. They're chrome. You could airbrush. Yes, so I'm not going to do chrome. I'm using Vallejo metal colors is what I'm going to use, which are really nicely, like highly pigmented, but very smooth and thin, like airbrush paints that use like natural metal pigment and everything. So I'll probably start with steel and then build up into a aluminum, which is one of the colors I have is aluminum. So it's a very bright silver. But I'll have to do that before I paint other things on the Mini, especially unless I just want to thin down the blue transparent and brush it on, which isn't a bad idea. I could do all of that on stream. I wouldn't have to like go airbrush separately or anything. No metal color, bright silver. Yeah. The metal colors are great. Yeah, they have a couple metallic lines. Vallejo does. The metal color line is like a particular type, and it's, very historical model focused and everything, but it's just a ton of silver colors. There's one gold that I actually use a lot. I use it for my Thousand Suns, but shoulders done. Where do you get your Vallejo paints? At my local hobby store. That's where I get them. I am very fortunate to have quite a few really good stores around me, so I am never wanting for paint or minis. And I always want more minis, but it has nothing to do with the hobby stores around me, so. Use non-metallic paint to highlight a metallic? I think at its most basic, I don't think it would look very good. It would be jarring. Now, if you're doing something like a lighting effect, like object source lighting or something, where you have like, you know, a mini's holding a torch and they have metallic armor on, and you use like the yellows and oranges for the light from the torch to highlight up on the metallic. Yeah, that looks really good. You can make that look really good. Also, hey, paint meets plastic. How you doing? But just using white as a highlight color, it'll dilute the silver paint. But if you're mixing it, but if you're just adding as a highlight color, I can't imagine that would look very good. Blue, what's up, man? What's up? All clad chrome and black chrome review. Stuff is awesome. Oh, okay. Barbados Rex talks about it. Very cool. Did you finish assembling those blade guard last night, Blue? I was, dude, I was struggling. Like, I couldn't keep my eyes open at like 10 o'clock, so I just went to bed. I haven't been that tired in a long time. More problems in that regard. So bright platinum metallic highlights aren't noticeable at all. Yeah, with the metallics, I think you need to be a little more stark with your highlights, but metallics are weird to highlight anyway because like they're supposed to be naturally like reflective, right? So the very nature of metallic paint means as you move the miniature and you mess with the different light, like you're catching different light on the paint anyway, so it makes it a lot more difficult just to use classic like highlighting. Working on Star Wars blasters. Oh, cool. All right. GW Grey Knight Steel, like metallic blue cut paint. Oh, that's really cool. No, I haven't used that. I haven't bought a GW paint in quite some time. That's good to know, though. That's cool they have a silver that's like made for Grey Knights, though. I did hear that GW might be releasing some new paint colors this summer. So if you are a big fan of GW colors, might be something to look forward to. That might be good. I think we just need to get that a little more. Blizzard complete. Oh, sweet. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, Blue. Yeah. I'm curious the poses. I was trying to look up this morning if you posted pictures of them. I didn't see any, so I was going to eagerly wait for you to show off your Blade Guard to see what poses you picked. I love the Blade Guard set, though. Blade Guard are probably some of my favorite looking Primaris Marines. Really needed then. Thank you for the advice. Yeah. You can probably get away without them. I still recommend like a wash, and I think if you put a wash over your silvers or over your metallics, highlighting them after that with more metallics will make it a little more noticeable, and I think probably a little better looking. Any, you can vary it a lot, honestly, but black is always an easy one. If you want something cooler, using blues and stuff like that, like you can really mess around with the washes. But if you want something a little more gritty, using a brown wash like an Agrax Earthshade or something. Was that the right piece I was supposed to cut out? Well, maybe not. I was supposed to cut out the other nub. Cut the wrong nub. That's okay. It can be smooth here. It's not going to affect anything. We can hope. Yeah. Same shade. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully there's something good coming. Yeah. Wash of oiled nuns, burned umber. Oh my gosh! All right, and a couple drops of black ink. Yeah, there you go. Little bits of trimming here on these pieces. Let's get this other arm. Okay, so the square peg needs to stay. It's the rest of this that needs to go. It's the true formula for Nolan oil. Okay, yeah. It's good to know. Some little, the first instance of miscast I've seen on this mini. These little gaps in his armor here. We'll fill that in. Walnut stain. Oh, cool. Yeah, as a quick shade. Yeah. That's what was funny about Army Painter years ago when they came out with their quick shades, the dips that they came out with. They were like $30 for a little can of like stain. It was literally just wood stain. All right. What's funny about this, I have a feeling that this Forge World piece was way too thin to cast. And so it seems like the recasters put their own resin, like strips, under this to reinforce it. which is very interesting. I don't think I've seen them do that before. Well, these pieces are another piece that's going to hide under the shoulder pads, so up in here they don't have to be perfect. Need to get rid of some of the flashing though. All right, in whips. Oh, nice. Okay, blade guard. Sweet. Clear coat before. Yeah. Dinner's almost ready. Yeah, no problem, you Raptor. You have a good one, man. Yes, he did the, you did the sword cleaning guy. I love it. Love it. Nice. Oh, and you got the Jaegers assembled. All right. An evening of assembly. And the Dark Angels hoods look really good on there. So, those are Dark Angels hoods, right? Oh, you're right. Oh, yeah, I need pictures of named tanks. Is that what you're wanting? Is that what you're reminding me of? I'll get you. For Blade Guard, the Father of the Fencer, the guy rearing his sword back, is that called a riposte? No. No, it's not. Riposte is like when you parry and then you immediately attack. It is a fencing word. A riposte is like a counter. Like a counter attack. Yeah. No, he's in the pose of like, I'm about to jam this sword 6 feet into something. That's his pose. I think that's the technical term. yeah, no problem. Other progress. Yeah, okay, I'll get some progress pictures, yeah. Thank you for the reminder, you Raptor, and you have a good dinner, man. That might be good. Let's see some of the things we can do here. And I'll have to figure out if I want to put the cloak on. Seems really wide set. Way too wide set. Let's check. Oh no, it is really wide set anyway. Okay. So it comes over this way. Is it? It's because they get jammed up into there. Okay, so they get glued into. So I'm wondering. I'm thinking maybe. Well, let's see. Let's glue his arms on, and then we'll revisit this debate. Or he can just fall out. Okay, arm. Yeah, I played a game of 40K on Sunday with some family, and we did a big 2v2 game. So I brought my Necrons just to not add to the Space Marine pile. My brother had his Blood Angels, my nephew had his Dark Angels, and brother-in-law had Black Templars. So that was the that should go something like that. I don't think this arm will. I think it is. It does sit. Let's see. Definitely points more down. Hey, Hobby ADHD, how you doing? Konrad truly cursed or not? He's kind of cursed. Yeah, there's no instructions, Utini. They don't exist for this mini. So you're kind of just left guessing. Yeah, and it's resin. Yep. This is Forge World resin with no instructions. Yeah, and the claws are all separate. Well, it's not setting on any of these. Why aren't you setting, glue? Clean this mini. Yeah, the individual piece claws. Yeah. Ferris is drying right now. I feel your paint. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Horus had individual claws too. Oh man. That's so bad. Okay. this piece, because there's a little skull on the inside of his trim. You guys see the skull? It'll go right there. Okay, that fits really well. I don't think we paint... We could paint the shoulders separate and then glue everything in afterward. Shoulders and cape separate. And then we have this guy. That's definitely not a terrible choice. What I need to see first is if the cape fits on here. That's what really matters to me, is if the cape is trimmed down properly. But we gotta wait for that. Alright, what we're gonna do instead, we're gonna trim down a couple more pieces. Let's just get these goofy servitors with them all cleaned up. Is mini paint different than acrylic paint? Acrylic paints have different mediums. There's different mediums for different acrylic paints, and that's probably, you know, proprietary things for different companies. When you talk about like painting like acrylics on canvas or something, you're normally dealing with like heavy body acrylics that are a lot thicker, and have a lot of different properties where you really don't want thick paint for your minis. I think with canvas, acrylics are really good at like leaving a cool texture behind, and you don't want that. You don't want that on miniatures because you want the texture of the sculpt to come through, right? So, yeah, in that way, like I think the higher quality acrylics that you would buy for canvas painting are not made for miniature painting. You can definitely buy cheap acrylic paint, and it can work for miniature painting. That like Apple Barrel or I don't even know what the other big brands are. They can work. You're going to be using multiple coats. It's going to be, you know, probably a little frustrating, but you'll have a cheaper hobby experience. Yeah, the craft acrylic stuff. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, and now Anthony has a you have a full set of Pro Acryl colors now, right? At least the base set. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the Deco Art, Craft Mart, yeah, that kind of stuff. I use that stuff for terrain. I'll paint terrain with that kind of paint because the surface area on terrain is a lot to where I feel like I'd be wasting my nicer paints on it. So it's covered all the texture on his boot. Better for terrain or special use like glow paints. Yep, that's right. Okay, we'll get you out. We need some corpses here. Don't know where these corpses... Oh, that corpse might just lie right there. Oh, cool. Well, that was an easy guess. And yeah, he'll have a hand piece. Whoops. So let's get his little hand here. I think it's this little hand. Definitely is. Eggs boiling. All right, all right. Ham salad. Okay, cool. You enjoy Utini. Great to see you, man. It's higher. Yeah. Yep. Food prep. Yeah, nice. Oh, I had a cold. Ah, that sucks. I had a super busy weekend. And then a super busy day yesterday. So today I'm actually like not as busy, and it's a day that I'm actually streaming. So, all right, yeah, he fits right there. Still being wonky, but as long as it dries in there. Okay, now we need his head. Curze's head. Another. It's a leg plate. Okay, we'll have to get that too. A doctor's appointment. Yeah, no problem. Thank you, man. Thanks for hanging out. It's a great chat with you. You got more questions, you know, always feel free to ask. Happy to answer what I can. Get some tweezers for this. Just to figure out how this goes in here. It's not quite fitting. Just be slightly tilted back. I just think this one won't. Not gonna fit in here 100%. looks right. Bit of a professional oopsie, it's working out in your favor. Oh, okay, okay. Is this something you're at liberty to share, or is this, we keep this hush-hush? Oh my gosh. I think he's supposed to go. I had this and now I don't. We're gonna go with that. Let it dry and see if we need to fill in any gaps. Job scouting casually on LinkedIn. You select to make it public or just to recruiters. Check that. Upper management found out. Yeah, nice. Alright, Blue. Hey, man. You do what you need to do. Also, now you actually need to start looking for a job. Because I feel like now it's, they're like, hey, we got a reason to get rid of him. He's not loyal or whatever. I don't know. I don't know how big of a company you work for, or if that's just, I think we paint his head separate. Head gets painted separate. Let's get this little guy here. Soar above most of the team. Yeah, alright, well, there you go, man. Yeah, they can't afford to lose you. If they can't afford to lose you, it means they can afford to pay you more. It's really funny though. Just like accidentally, and they're like, "Oh no, don't leave." Wish my boss would give me a promotion. My boss sucks though. See if let's go. Where's this guy go? Your own. I am my own boss. Yeah. Yep. Got that right. Wait a second. Does this dude doesn't. I put this piece here. Loss of nothing, yeah. Oh, seriously? No, don't do that to me. Why? He lays on this other piece. Honestly, that might give us a... Let me see. Oh, there he goes. He fits right there. Okay, so he lays on this piece. And he sits here. That might give us... It's not the end of the world. Doesn't really do anything for magnetizing, unfortunately. But he can glue right in there. Could happen. We lost so many people. Yeah. I mean, I know this dude is all about, like, you know, pain and suffering and stuff, but you don't have to make your model like that. Derek Jinx, welcome. You're a painting dad too? Sweet. Welcome to the club, dude. Let's see how this goes on here. Right. About there. It's weird, it feels like this is incomplete because there's like a gap under here that's pretty strange, but hopefully this will help cover that gap. Okay, and this little guy, glue you right in as well. Into it with mixed results. That's fine. Kids they'll do their own things, you know. My son likes to paint with me sometimes, and he'll tell everybody that all he wants to do is hang out and paint minis with me. But when it actually comes to painting minis, he doesn't paint that much. So hopefully some of the glue made contact here, because this is nothing. Absolutely nothing that I glued made contact with the mini. That's incredible. How does that even happen? More glue. Oh no. Oh no. Glue on my finger. This is Forge World East, yeah, as a recast, only for Zen. That is the position of privilege he has. Battle of the Barn Army Painter glue. Oh no, it's all stringy and thick. Yeah, I have been. I have really been enjoying the Pro Affix, the Monument Hobbies super glue. Okay, something there is making contact, so that's good. We'll let that glue. The Pro Affix stuff has been nice. It sets so hard. Like I will glue resin minis together, and to get the pieces apart, it'll break the minis. Or like I will, I'll glue a little bit of a foot down on a base as like a temporary holder for a mini while I paint it, and it'll break the base to get the model off. Like it'll straight up just pull all the plastic up off the base. To me, ABS glue. Oh, interesting. Okay, huh. Oh yeah, I am a Pro Acryl affiliate, but I will say I have been shilling for Pro Acryl long before I was ever an affiliate with them. 3 Locust Destroyers, nice. The plant was between fine cast and stir. The Locust Destroyers are plastic though, right? They're old plastic minis though, right? Like, they're very old plastic minis. Those minis are from like 2002 or 2003. Okay, his thigh plate. I made the mistake of gluing this this arm on. Guys, Konrad Curze's mini does not have instructions, so we're kind of stuck guessing what goes where. I feel okay in assuming that the thigh plate goes on the thigh. Okay, so it kind of wedges right in there like that. Alright. Green tubes? They felt newer. Wait, they didn't have green tubes. Were they the heavy Locust Destroyers or just Locust Destroyers? Oh my gosh. Oh no. What is that? Crazy ton of glue just came out of there. Alright, we're good.
First of all, let me take just a moment to thank you for allowing me back into your home.
Amateur hour painting dad assembling minis here. Okay, got it right where it needed to be. Mr. Fanboy, how you doing? Just Locust Destroyer. Interesting. I need to look those up. I'm curious about that now. Like it goes in the noggin. Yeah. Locust Destroyers. It's not the Locust Heavy Destroyer. You said just the Locust Destroyers. Oh, they're not even on their web store. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, no big deal, whatever. Yeah, the only Locust Destroyers I know about are the ones they still have the green tubes. You gotta be looking at the Locust Heavy. Did they have 2 weapon options? Yeah, post them in Discord, because I don't know. what these are. I'm really curious. Because I don't know of a locust destroyer that exists without the green tubes. I just know of the heavy ones. Okay, let's continue on. And just enjoy my super glue betraying me here. Oh yeah, those are the green tube ones. Did they... You got them as bare plastic, and the tubes were also plastic? They must have gotten rid of the... They replaced the tubes with a gun that's in 7 pieces. Oh, wow, okay. I had no idea. I think even the pictures of these, if there are pictures of these in the codex, I think the pictures even have the green tubes of them on them. Weird. So they made the same gun. Oh, they just took the green tubes out of it. That's crazy. That is really weird. Okay, so this base dry. That's good. Left side, right side, 4 plastic tubes. Okay, so it has plastic tubes. It's just not, they're not green. Are the plastic tubes part of the sprue, or are they their own sprue? Yeah, they removed the green plastic and made them gray plastic is what it sounds like. Okay, 5 plate is on. We have some hands. They're just flat surfaces, yeah. So we just need flat spaces. Builds. Okay. Huh. Yeah, they're old minis. Those are the same ones. It looks like they just swapped out the tubes. Yeah. Yeah, that's the same old gun they had. I remember my buddy had some of these. I remember him putting them together way back when. Okay, one hand. This other hand is in 2 pieces for some reason. bottle cap for space kits. What? What are you talking about? A dentist appointment yesterday, and it's nice not to be scammed by my dentist. Feels good. Oh no, I just dropped that piece, guys. But I found it right away. Yeah. Gaslands, dude, uses bottle caps for scoring objectives. That's cool. Yeah, nice not to be scammed by anyone. Yeah. My last dentist kept trying to scam me on things. Hold up. That part of his hand. Perfectly. Okay. All right. Cool. We're gonna chill for a minute on this mini. Paint any old miniature or just get I'll paint any old miniature. Yeah, most of my business comes from Games Workshop stuff, and I play a couple different Games Workshop games, so I end up with a lot of experience on that. Locust Destroyer Lord from Etsy's almost there. Nice. So this thing will just hang right here on his shoulder pad. I think what I need to do is grab it. Okay, we got the little knife. Now, the hardest part, aside from magnetizing. I have 4 of these. 4 of these little panes. Good jelly bean. Okay, all right. I was just messing. I was chilling and watching. She came over and you had just eaten it, and yeah, she might watch it though. Okay, I think this is like a vent on the end here, like a gate or whatever, that I need to remove. And I'm gonna try to get this off. Most of it off with that. We'll take the rest of it off. Just like that. Alright. The big issue with these is the warping. So I think what I do, I'm going to clean these up, and then we're going to try to deal with the warping on these afterwards. So let's put you down. Let's get the next one. The same thing. There's that little gate right there. Out this underside a little bit. That's good. All right, but I'm going to check out the your pickle flavored jelly bean clip. I was just trying to find a way to get you to eat more of those. I recommend leaving them in the grocery store. So, what chapter is this guy? This guy is the Night Lord. This is Konrad Curze. This cast was pretty bad on this one. Yeah, we're assembling the Night Haunter. He's the prologue to the book. Yeah. Those are Night Lords. He's like Batman, but if he actually existed in 40K, and he was cool with murdering people, and he was a demigod. Okay, that one's super janky. This is a recast. This is not the reason it's an issue. Like, Forge World casts are difficult enough to work with. I think that's more of a, yeah, that's that piece right there is a sprue. Okay, it just kind of comes off. All right, confirming it was a sprue gate. But, you know, the Forge World minis, they, you know, the Forge World mini still comes with his individual lightning claws as pieces. Yeah, the biggest issue with recasts are the resin tends to be more brittle. So I have to be a lot more careful about potentially breaking these delicate pieces, especially on these Primarchs. The worst recasts to buy are the plastic kits. Don't buy plastic kits as recast, guys. I mean, if you really want to, just be prepared for some nightmare situations. Alright, we're going to move all these other pieces off to the side. Okay, we're just about done with the assembly, and we're going to work on some magnetizing. But what I'm going to do, we're going to grab our tweezers here. And you can see how this... Sorry. This piece is warped. It's supposed to be bent this way. It's not supposed to be bent, and you can just barely see how it's bent over to the side. What I have here is a heat gun. And if this isn't too loud, I'm going to apologize if this is too loud. Maybe I'm going to turn off my mic for a second, and I'll use this. It'll take just a minute to heat up, but yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. So we heated that up and it straightened out a bit. So that should be good.
Even in death I still serve.
Yeah, thanks Blue for the bits and for the incredible... Man, the Dreadnoughts in Dawn of War is so great. Okay, and we can test how well this thing flattens out. We can do this. Go head out. Alright, Wandering Pig. Have a good one, man. Have a good one. You know, let's see. Let's see if we can't... get something nice here. 1 second. That's the way to do it. Yeah, there we go. Portable soundboard and speaker for my dreads. Yeah, there you go, dude. No, you just gotta say it. Just use your words. Just use your words, man. All right, we got that one. Let's get the next one. Putting it in between the tweezers like that, and just holding it flat is the way to even these out. Hold it flat like this. Be right back. Yeah, that's how to do it. One is quite warped. right. Most memorable quote. There's the Dreadnought, like even in Death I Still Serve is you know a classic. What are some of the Commissar quotes from the Guard? I think are some of the best as well. But also there's like, you know, the metal boxes and all that stuff. That's good. There's so many good lines in that game. Things are heating up. Just heat up the tweezers and press these things. Oh, shoot. Although if she was good while we ate breakfast, she could have a treat. She sat and watched us. Since we were done grumbling, she got peanut butter on a biscuit. Oh, nice. Nice. At their healing, I care not. What you seek, nice. Unguarded mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded. Yeah, it's a solid one. There's the Ministorum priest or whatever. He's like, let me preach his name. Yeah. The Tech Priest Engine Seers. They're you know, only take me a moment. That guy. That's the line that's probably stuck in my head the most because I played the Guard the most. So that's the line for me. The Tech Priests. I will split your thoughts open. Yeah. No mercy. What's that one from? Was that another regiment ready for duty? Looks like the cavalry's arrived. That's the one, the Lehman Russ. All right, let's put some claws on here. The Guard sounds annoyed you? Oh, that's too bad. Okay, so there are longer and shorter claws. Alright, this is a shorter claw. It's going to go on the outside of the arms. So it'll go down here. Oh, that looks sick, though. Oh, that's so cool looking. Let's get a longer one. There we go. Let's give this a minute to dry. So longer one, shorter one on the bottom. We'll start with the shorter one. If I can grab it. I put a little dot of glue on a palette, and I'm just dipping the edges of this. Oh no. Took the gold on this DA guy Gosu printed for me. Dark brass to bright gold. Yeah, just like the bronze and stuff. Yeah. These pieces might be among the most annoying I have assembled on a Primarch so far. You know, like Fulgrim had some really annoying pieces to assemble, but with Fulgrim, it was they were like little useless things. Like, it's not like the focal point of the mini being you know, the janky part you assemble. Okay, there we go. Let's just hold it there for a minute. Don't fall down. Yeah, that one's also a little broken, which is unfortunate. So we're gonna have to be really careful on this mini. Very careful. But I think we have these claws on here. Welcome into the Discord, guys. I see a couple people joining. Thanks for jumping in. Post pictures of some minis, or if you wanna check out what we got. I am going to try for this Thursday to do our giveaway. So Thursday giveaway may be a thing this week, and I am giving away what is it? Emperor's Children, Lord Exultant. I'm gonna paint it in one stream, 1 4-hour stream, and give it away at the end of stream. So, and all you have to do to enter is stop by stream, say hi, you know, make a comment in the stream so I see that you're here, and I'll write your name down, and you can get an additional entry if you're a member of the Patreon. So any paid member of the Patreon gets an additional entry into the giveaway. So you can double up your chances by doing that. But this is all funded by the Patreon, these giveaways. And I want bigger and better giveaways. So if we can continue to grow the Patreon, we'll continue to get cooler things on there. No, there's nothing on there. Okay. Okay, so I think this dude is assembled. We're gonna set him down.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part.
Hey,
I'm doing my part too.
thanks for becoming a member of the Patreon. I can't read the names on that thing. I don't know how to edit the the thing on there. Ron, thank you so much for becoming a member, man. Thank you. On a scale of 1 to Illuminor Ceres, this dude's way more difficult than Illuminor Ceres. Illuminor Ceres is plastic. That alone, like makes him a lot easier. Illuminor Ceres is horrible for a plastic mini, but in the grand scheme of things, I think all of the Primarchs have been worse. Okay, we gotta do some reinforcing here. And again, we're gonna cover this with basing material, but first I want to make sure that this glue is going to stick. or that this resin piece isn't going to fall away. So we're seriously just we're gonna go crazy on the super glue. At least where I can. Resin minis end up being so janky. Okay. Be good. Set you to the side, and again, that's all gonna get covered with stuff, so be alright. Put some whips. Okay, cool. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Why are you painting that dude green? He's supposed to be heresy era, man. He's supposed to be black. What are you doing? No, that's great looking though. I love that way to paint gold with the bronze. Yeah, that's a really good way of doing it. So if we do take this, and we could probably mark a couple things here. This needs to go here because it's slightly at an angle. We could probably end up putting some texture paste or some, actual basing material down on this. This little servitor is going to go here. Like so. And then what we need to do is find where these two pieces meet. Drill, baby, drill, I think is what we got to do. Let me go check out what magnets I got here. I'll be just back just a second. Okay, so I have 6x2 mils. I have 4x2 mils, which is what I'll probably use. I think these are 10x2 mils. They're way too big. They might work for just magnetizing Curze's base. I also have more. I have 4x1s. I have 2x1s. And I have, what, 3? Those are 4x2s. What are these? These are 3x1s. I have 3x2s. Those are probably 3x2s, I bet. Okay. So let's magnetize what we can here. And I think the first thing is magnetizing the base. What? What's going on, Swag? How you doing, man? Gonna update the recipe book? Alright. Nice. Well, both of those fit. They do fit flush. That's really nice, but we can also we can go down a little bit into here. Only thing that's an issue is we have to make sure that they line up. If they don't line up, then it'll be a problem. Make sure these line up. You guys, I actually bought a Dremel tool and I haven't used it yet. This might be the time I get out the Dremel. I'm not too sure about getting out the Dremel on a resin mini right here without a mask though. Cut out these pieces. Hey, Gosu, what's up, man? With better Primarch sculpts from the old Forge World line? Yeah, he's a good sculpt. He's been pretty annoying to assemble overall, but the worst of it is just well, his base is kind of an issue, but also all their bases are an issue. It's his claws, his lightning claws are the problem. So. And I have heard that Horus Ascended's lightning claws are also individual pieces, which is just horrible. Rabute and Ferris. Oh, okay. I have yet. What do you mean? What do you mean? Ferris's face is Ferris doesn't have a face. Yeah, those are two Primarchs I have not messed with yet, though. So, day started. Got the brown chipping on the Thalix done. Oh, nice, nice. Ferris doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't have a head. Yeah, I have painted Magnus and Fulgrim. This is the third one that I've worked with, and then I'll have Perturabo next. Yeah, and I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to drill into this spot, and it's going to be for this piece to magnetize. I think that's going to be the best option. That's going to be difficult. First I have to do these, though. Let's see. Sharpie help us. Silver Sharpie will be good here. We're going to go directly down the middle. If we go directly down the middle, it's looking like right here. Let's see. It's over more. It's down here. Yeah. Yeah, I think what we do, we do a little bit of drilling here. Just go with the wow stick at first. Goes to, I gotta tell on Crucial Blue, he's painting his Dark Angels green. It's not allowed. Alright. Good thing is there's a lot of resin to work with on that. We can build up here. So just slightly bigger one. Hey Febo, welcome. How are you doing? Why do people magnetize? So you can swap pieces out because it looks cooler. That's why. Attaching bits. Yeah, so for the most part, yeah, it's like buying branded bits, but these jeweler ones, I think these were the ones you recommended to me, or some, I think maybe Zendral found these. They fit in here just fine. So, because these aren't the branded bits. The branded bits are these ones right here. So, yeah, you can like swap weapons and everything. What you see is what you get. One problem I have though is these larger bits, they just don't function with what we try to do. Just does this stuff. Come on. You honestly don't have to drill down very far. Just a little bit to set that magnet in. No, I have no idea. No idea what the shank size is. Okay, that's as far as we're getting with that. Try this with a big 3mm bit here on a pin vise. Open it up a little more. Yep, that is plenty deep. And that's as big as we're gonna get with that. I might try out this Dremel tool. Yeah, because we're just trying to take these magnets and put these magnets in there. Because I want this mini to hold really well. I'm gonna grab this Dremel tool. Alright, I found it. Let's see, we'll see if this thing actually needs charged. I don't know. It's our brand Hardell. Okay, it's charged. It's got a little light on it. That's fancy. Now, I have never used one of these before. This Ghost are doing his chipping. Okay, so we have different bits, little like sanding attachments. Oh dang, it's got a little saw attachment there. It smells weird in there. Oh yeah, Ghost has got his chipping on his Thalax. Nice. Those minis look so much bigger than they actually are. Like, if you see those minis in person, they're just like an infantry size mini. And he's got like all the crazy drill, or the crazy chipping and stuff on him. Okay. The more I look at this, the more I'm like, I should not be doing this without a respirator. Those are like, so this is for sanding. Are these for like drilling these pieces? Lighten out an area. That's cool. Little sanders. Like Primaris sized. We're all learning something new today. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm feeling a little sketchy about dremeling out resin without a mask or respirator. Don't want to put on my respirator and sound like Bane. Yeah, so at the end of the day, what I'm going to do, I'm going to drill this out. I'm going to try to get this to be like about 10 mil wide, because I think these are 10 mil magnets. I just want to put a big old honking magnet right in there and then put it on the underside of this base. I need to put basing material around this mini. I want to do that before I prime it. And I want to put basing material here. Before I put basing material here, I need to magnetize this. This has to get magnetized. And that might be difficult. Yeah, you know what? I might be able to just flatten out an area and put a magnet, glue a magnet there, and then drill into here, put a magnet, and then cover it with material. I think that might be what I have to do, but we'll do we'll maybe do our 6mm magnets for that. Six mil has to be more than enough. Let's see. I could drill one down like right into there. Have to see. Yeah, I think the only like annoying part about this mini were the claws. That's it. I mean, this base will be tough to magnetize, but see, if I really wanted to be janky with it, like this will sit. If you're just displaying the mini, like if you tilt it, it falls off. But I guess it'll just sit. But I want it to be magnetized.
I believe.
There it goes. Thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. Yeah, you may have. I feel like I remember reading the resub message like Monday or Sunday or something. And then somewhere over here. It's honestly probably best if I don't cut into anything on the play base, because that's the one that's, you know, coming out and being moved and everything. Why would they put this here and not give you like the option to do anything with it? Now, if anyone has any ideas on how to magnetize this, open. Maybe ultimately what it comes down to is cutting out the ends, a piece out here and a piece here, magnetizing those, And then we have to magnetize something over here on the other side. And that could... Yeah, trying to get the gaming base in and out. Yeah, that's the whole idea. And I just figure like somewhere on this side, and I can probably like cut off the ends and sculpt it a little more into itself. Just with some green stuff, like cover it up. And then those could sit, but then I feel like I just need the other side. It'd be funny if I could fit a magnet into the leg of the servitor or something. I think that's gonna happen. Be like down here and then right in here. But then how does... Well, let's put these 6 mils back. And see how a 4 mil magnet fits. Four mil is pretty reasonable size there. We could do 2 4 mil magnets on either side. Just one in there and one right here. We could cover it with green stuff and try to texture it a little bit. I mean, this mini is definitely not going to be painted tomorrow. And then we have to drill in to there, glue the magnet in there, and then drill down into there and glue the magnet. I think that's probably the most reasonable way we do this. And that also means WoW Stick comes back out. So come here, WoW Stick. You're up again. Take a smaller bit to start. So let's, and again, this will probably just be, we'll cut off the end here, but we'll do there. Then it has to be like right here. So the 2 magnet faces right there. Then in here, that'll have to be the opposite side. And again, there'll probably be magnets sticking out. And then down here, probably could manage that without the magnet sticking out. Well, let's see what we can do. Go a little wider. Yeah, and these magnets themselves don't have to line up perfectly. They just have to be close enough to where they kind of activate, right? And they attract each other. I could probably, yeah, we don't have to drill down so far on that, but let's get this 3mm bit here. Let me see. We're gonna try this one that we can cover our mistakes easier. That'll be, I'll need to widen that up, but that'll be a 3mm or a 4mm magnet. And I could do 3mm magnets if we just wanted it to be even smaller. And let's see what kind of area we take out here. Very gently with this. Doesn't need to be seated perfectly in there. There's a gap in that area. This one, though, is going to be an issue. This last one probably overlap as well. But if we can get, we'll try the 3mm magnets. Let's try to fit the 3mm magnets in and see how that works. These are 3x2s. Spare on those. That's not 4mm, is it? Seems too small for 4mm. No, that is 4mm. Okay. Oh, whoops. Did we get a magnet? Okay, that is 4mm. So we can put our 4mm magnets in here. Let's try these other ones. Too light on that, I think I did.
First of all, let me take just a moment to thank you for allowing me back into your home.
Hey, Etchstar, welcome. How are you doing today? That will fit in there. Okay. Well, we're just gonna try it. We're gonna send it and see how it works. What I need to do, though, we need to put this base in here to make sure that I am not taking up the space that we need for the base to fit in here. And it looks like we're not. Let's try it. How's building coming along? It's going all right. Yeah. We're trying to magnetize the display base, so we are able to remove the play base from the display base. That's our goal. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to mark one side of these magnets with a black Sharpie. So I know which side we're working from, because we're going to put all the magnets down this way, or like the unpainted side, the uncolored side. So always know which way to pick it up so we can make sure. Well, okay, actually no, it's going to be, we'll do that on these sides, and then we'll do the painted side on the other side. That's how we do it. Yeah. All right. Let's try it. I magnetize a lot of stuff, but it's always like its own complicated thing. Okay. One magnet in. Let's get this other one. Mess around with more magnetizing things? Okay, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's a process. You know, like there's a lot that goes into it, and it's, you know, you got to be really careful about your polarizations, and then, you know, finding drills that can work with the widths that you want. I will say metric is easier than what imperial measurements and stuff, but yeah, bases are the best way to start. Yeah. Come on. Dry glue, what are you doing? What are you doing? Something else. There we go, that's what I need. These little needle nose pliers are really useful for this. So many holes. Yeah. A watch glue never dries. That's true. Yep. I'm just going to read chat while I just hold this here very carefully. Yep, didn't work. Nope, that didn't work either. I was trying to be cool with it. Get you up there. Okay, let's do this again. Yeah. Please ask me questions. Leviathan dread chest weapons and arms tight fit. Yeah, I did not magnetize my Leviathan. If I get another Leviathan, I'm gonna go with ranged weapons, and I'll magnetize it. But yeah, my melee one just has claws, and it's great. What's the biggest piece of life advice you think is applicable for anyone to know? Just chill out. Just chill. And Etchstar, I think you got the wrong hobby. Just spitballing here. We're talking magnets. Okay, it's at least sitting still. I misjudged. So now we need to figure out. Yeah, that's right. Okay. There. You're gonna, yeah, so that magnet actually takes up a little too much room. I could, you know what, all that effort, look at that, came right off. No problem. Just gonna Set you down right there. And we're going to drill this more. Like that. It's a Kit Bastion Cataphren Destroyer and an Honor Dragoon Qual. Oh, that sounds cool. Yeah. Okay, well, I can take this out. We know that it's not, these aren't going to interfere with each other. So that can go. And we can pick our magnet back up. We can glue our magnet again, and let's shove it down in there. Looks like Urgot from League of Legends. Okay, I'm not familiar with League of Legends, but that's cool. Oh no. Ah, crap. Come on. You dumb magnet. Okay, alright. Get out of here. That's better. There's just that one magnet. A little bit of extra stuff on it. Okay. Magnet is set over there. Yeah, stupid magnets. Let's see if this will work. All right, we got a little bit of space there. Now that won't be an exact fit. That's okay. This other one will be. And also, I did not follow my own vice, and I glued that magnet on backwards. But that's okay. We'll do backwards polarities here. Drill this one a little deeper. Just very carefully. Okay. That should be good. That's repelling, so that's the side that gets glued into that. Let's hold that up. It's our top side that gets glued. And they'll be facing the other way. No, stay. You're not magnetized to my finger. What is going on? Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be painting this many tomorrow. He's evolving into Iron Man? Yeah. No, I saw I was holding the magnets close. I just didn't think they were that close. Old plastic cutting board for magnetizing bases with green stuff. Which magnet matches your painting handle polarity? Oh, that's cool. Okay. Yeah. Ferrus Maximus. Yep. The old Iron Hands himself. Okay. Let's check the other Another one. So that's clarity that works. So we're going to glue this side into here. So top side goes in. We can even make this easier on ourselves by scooting that magnet over. No. Why are you doing this to me? Yeah. I can't even talk, guys. This is... You guys got the one mini I really want. What is that Konrad Curze? Is that what I have? So the magnets look janky. Okay, that one sticks. That one sticks. It kinda works. Okay, it works. It holds pretty steady. Your favorite? I will tell you, Etchstar, if you get this mini, just be ready, because Curze's lightning claws, the 2 lightning claws that he has on each of his hands, are completely separate pieces each. So you can deal with that nightmare. Which is pretty ridiculous if you ask me that they do that, but pain and suffering. That is Konrad Curze. How does he go on this base? That's the next question. This foot going here? How's he sitting on this thing? Look this up. That's true. It's not 5 claws. Yep. Oh, that's how he sits. Like that and like that. Oh, look at that. He sits in there really nice. Oh, isn't that nice? Yeah. Vashtor's a cool mini. I painted him for someone, might have been like end of last year or so. He wasn't as difficult to paint as I thought he would be. He's also a lot smaller than I thought he would be. Yeah, the Primarchs get 2 tactical rocks. They get like 1 just to put the mini on, then they get like the actual gameplay base here. Yeah, we put some janky magnets on. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to get some green stuff later when this dries, or maybe tomorrow. I'll get a couple projects lined up for tomorrow. We'll do some green stuff on him, and then get him all set up to paint, and then we'll see where we go from there. So I'll dribble these out so we can get these magnets in. We'll magnetize the base, the game base, into the display base, and yeah, we'll try to correct all this other jank here. Yeah, some green stuff around these will be really helpful. But yeah, Vashtor was a fun mini to paint, though. I had a lot of fun painting him. So, you know, if that's any consolation. Pack up the old WoW stick here. Vashtor fits the picture perfectly. Yeah, he does. He definitely does. Yeah, it was really fun, like, messing around with, like, I did, like, really stark highlights on him, and, like, you know, the dark, like, grayish purple was really cool to mess with, and, you know, the, like, dirty bronze, like, heavy weathered bronze look and everything. It was a blast to paint that mini. Alright, guys, so tomorrow I will be painting, not painting. I might paint something. It depends on what we get done on Curze. But we're gonna do some green stuff work tomorrow, so you guys can see me embarrass myself some more because I don't mess with green stuff a whole lot. And then we'll find something to paint. Once we do that, we'll get some texture paint down on the base here and just try to make everything look a little better before we prime the mini and stuff. We'll do some sanding on some of this too. Some of these pieces need sanded, but yeah, that's Curze. 23 pieces definitely took some effort. Yeah, embarrassment. It is pure embarrassment. Yeah, because like I said, I don't work with green stuff often, and I do the bare minimum from green stuff for like gap filling and everything. So yeah, you will see my shame tomorrow. I'll be ready to embarrass myself. But yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna call stream there. Yeah, we're gonna get ready for stream tomorrow. Yeah, should be a fun time. I don't know what I'm painting. Don't know what I'm painting. But yeah, you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you all tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern to 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern. All right. Bye, everybody.